Course 2, here we go. We're gonna sear some bay scallops. We have a beautiful pan getting as hot as we can get it. If you remember when we did the shrimp last beer dinner, we get this pan as hot as it can possibly be. And then there's another really important thing for scallops, especially whether they're frozen or fresh, you need to get them as dry as possible, because if they're not dry, they will end up stewing, and that doesn't make for good, delicious food. We want caramelization. So I've got that pan rocking right now, nice and hot, a little bit of oil in there. I'm taking my scallops and putting them on some paper towel, and I'm going to press as much water out of those as possible. So whatever liquid they came in and whatever natural liquid they're starting to emit, we're going to try and get those as dry as possible. Okay? Boom, boom, dry is key. That pan is ripping. I'm going to turn that down just a little bit. But I like that. I like all that smoke coming off of it. And then we're going to go in there. You hear that? Extra hard sizzle. We want to make sure that the scallops are spaced out. Oh my God, it already smells so good. Woo! Okay, guys, what we're doing here is getting that deep caramelization. I'm just going to give these a pack, and I'm not going to touch these for like probably about 2 minutes. Okay, after about 2 minutes, I'm going to get my enoki mushrooms in there and start moving everything around. But really what we're looking to do with scallops is sear really good on one side, for that caramelization. We're going to shake those around a little bit, get them flipped over to the other side, but they're going to cook up really quick. These are bay scallops. These are tiny little guys. So much good flavor, so much sweetness and decadence. These are enoki mushrooms we're going to toss in there in just a little bit. These don't need a lot of cooking. These are great just dropping them in soups. The warm broth kind of gets them going as far as they need to go. The pan is going to just we're just going to finish them with the scallops. It's going to be delicious. So scallops are looking pretty good already. Literally, because these are so small and because that pan's so hot, we already have some beautiful caramelization. We're getting these natural sugars coming out of the scallop, caramelizing on the base. It's going to get even sweeter, more decadent, create that umami deliciousness. All right, I'm going to give these a little flip. Lost one. Find out later. See that, guys? A little bit of caramelization happening. My mushrooms are going down. This is literally, as you can probably notice already, I'm not adding a lot of extra things to this because the natural flavors of these ingredients are going to be what we want to come through. It's going to be so good. Okay, guys, we're done. Like literally about a minute. Right there. Boom. Scallops are looking good. Nice and plump. Those enokis are looking really good. And we're going to use this same pan. So there's still a little bit of goodness on the bottom there, right? A little bit of goodness. That's great because that is going to add flavor to what we saute next, which will be our red spinach, a little bit of shallot. So a little bit of chopped shallot is going to go down. Oh, yes! Dude, there's something about shallot, garlic, those kind of things. When they hit the pan and your nose just goes nuts, it's ridiculous. Okay, guys, a little bit of red spinach, red Chinese spinach right here. I'm just going to kind of tear these, just like that. You could chop them if you want. We're wilting this just a hair. It's not even about like fully sauteing these till they're just mush. We want to have some life to them. So I'm going to let that go for just a little bit. I think I'm lacking just a touch of oil. Just want a little something to help them along. That little bit of oil and that little bit of moisture from the spinach is going to pick up all those bits on the bottom. And we have basically seasoned our dish really well just through natural flavors from the scallop and the shallot. So good. Okay, guys, we're getting ready to plate. I'm just kind of setting these aside in a plate so I can bring them over to the table to plate. We're creating a nice little appetizer. We're done on the stove. We have our kimchi tomato that I'm going to talk about when we go to plate this. Here we go, course 2. We have it all ready. We got all of our scallops, our bay scallops, beautifully seared. Nice caramelization on one side, cooked through the rest of the way with that enoki mushroom, literally seasoning each other right there. We then sauteed that beautiful red Chinese spinach with a little bit of shallot and the juices and essence left over from the scallops. It's going to be ridiculous. So we're ready to plate, guys. I have a little bit of green onion. Just gonna kind of slice that as thin as I can, kind of on the bias. This is gonna be a nice little garnish. Add some brightness, scallions / green onions, a gorgeous little finisher. Add some crunch and a little bit more strength, acting as our herb here, you know? That's good. We have our kimchi tomato. Basically, I've taken tomatoes, just given them a dice, and then you can either make your own kimchi paste, or they actually sell kimchi paste, so you can get kimchi rolling any which way you want, but it works with everything, right? It's just basically taking a little bit of time and fermenting whatever vegetable, bringing out natural sugars, letting that probiotic fermentation happen. Incredible flavors come out of it. Chili, garlic, and these little hits of acidity and punch that come through during fermentation, but that is like Korean salsa right there, and it is so good. Okay guys, so we're gonna take a little bit of our spinach, boom, spread that out a little bit, boom. We're gonna take some of our gnocchis, spread those out a little bit. We're kind of rough plating here a little bit, guys. Scallops, this is meant to be just like a 3-4 bite appetizer. Kind of spread those out nice so that every little bite you get will be will have a little bit of scallop, a little bit of the tomato kimchi, a little bit of the spinach, shallot. Taking our tomato, we're just kind of spreading that out a couple places as well. And then I'm going to show you guys something I like to do. There we go. Boom, take some of this tomato juice. That's like kimchi tomato goodness right there. We're going to spread that around again so each bite gets a little something. And then we have our green onion, our scallion. Dish is done. That was so easy. Literally, we got everything done in one pan. All the flavors are marrying together and complementing each other, as well as helping each other out as they cook. And then we have this gorgeous kimchi made with tomato on top and a touch of scallion. Like every bite right there, you guys, is gonna make your mouth go blow! And there's punchy enough flavors and acidity that Shreddy from Creative Creature, the double IPA, the juicy IPA we're gonna be putting with this, is gonna be fantastic. It being a juicy IPA, it won't be as bitter. It's gonna be a little softer around the edges, so there's nothing that's gonna combat this. It's only gonna complement. It's gonna be an awesome pairing. Cheers, you guys.